which
आपण
will
ज्या
be
रेग्युलर लिहितो त्या
accessible
मेथड.
आफ्टर इन्स्टन्सिएशन. तर हे बघ ना, एक्झाम्पल दिलेलं आहे, नॉन स्टॅटिक मेथड्स कॅन दे ऍक्सेस स्टॅटिक मेंबर्स डिरेक्टली? आन्सर इज येस. तर इथे टेस्ट क्लास मी एक्झाम्पल घेतलं. व्हॉइड टेस्ट 1 ही काय आहे? नॉन स्टॅटिक मेथड आहे. टेस्ट 2 ही काय मेथड आहे? स्टॅटिक मेथड आहे. सो can test1 call directly test2 if you try to call? Absolutely no error. Why? Because first the class loading happens. During the class loading, all static members become accessible. आणि ही मेथड test1 कॉल करायला first the object has to be created. But before that class has been already loaded. So naturally static members, non-static members can directly access the static members.
म्हणजे हे अगोदर इंट्रोड्यूस करायच्या आधी जसं चाललं होतं तेच आहे ना, फक्त मिनिंग आहे स्टॅटिक नॉन स्टॅटिक. जनरली रोल नंबर वगैरे काउंट करायचे एक्झाम्पल दिले होते त्याच्यामध्ये फिक्स.
यूज केसेस मध्ये नको जाऊस,
हा.
रूल्स सांगतेय मी इथे.
अच्छा,
आधी काय लोड होणार? आधी क्लास लोड होणार का आधी इन्स्टन्स क्रिएट होणार?
अगोदर क्लास लोड होणार.
क्लास होणार म्हणजे तुझं स्टॅटिक मेंबर्स अवेलेबल झाले. पण
करेक्ट.
स्टॅटिक मेंबर्स अवेलेबल झाले तेव्हा तुझा इन्स्टन्स बनलेला नसतो. दॅट इज वाय स्टॅटिक कॅनॉट ऍक्सेस नॉन स्टॅटिक. पण जेव्हा तू नॉन स्टॅटिक म्हणजे काय? इन्स्टन्स. पण जेव्हा इन्स्टन्स बनतो त्याच्या आधीच मच बिफोर क्लास इज ऑलरेडी लोडेड, म्हणून नॉन स्टॅटिक कॅन ऍक्सेस स्टॅटिक असा रूल आहे.
ओके, थँक्यू मॅम.
समजला? ओके.
हा हा.
Instruction.
Ma'am, regarding same, what is the sequence, ma'am? If the sequence is disturbed, means while defining.
You cannot disturb it. It is all done by the JVM. So how can you disturb the sequence?
So firstly we have to define on the static one.
It's not like defining. You are getting me wrong. Wait a second. Wait a second. Here, I'm not saying that. See this. This is example test 1. Okay. So here, check this. This constructor is declared first. Then there is a this. Even if you shift this, that is the way standard you write. But even you suppose, for example, you have a static method and you have a non-static method declared first. So this definition does not matter. All static members are loaded and become accessible at the class loading time. So I don't know if you are referring to writing sequence. That writing sequence does not matter.
Okay. Got it.
समझला? Okay. I'm not saying anything, Abhijit, currently. I'm just waiting for you for this. I'm not saying anything at all. Okay, so if you have any question, guys, I'm not on Awesome. I'm not using that. So if you want my help, you'll have to tell me, like to share the screen and all that. So I'm not using that. So accordingly, you tell me. Very good.
Can I share the screen?
Yes, of course. Just give me a minute. I'm writing some question.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
I'll finish it and then talk to you.
Okay.
Yes. Can you please share your screen?
Hello. This is
Yeah, I'm looking
Boolean.
at this. Yeah, so Boolean check equality. Show me test cube. You should not be giving the cube. You should be giving the
Yes, ma'am.
box
Yes.
there.
Wait.
So you have renamed that. See, listen to this, Ankit.
Yes.
Every box is not going to be the cube. So I did not understand why you gave the name as class name to the cube. Okay, so currently I'll just solve your error, but that is not how it was expected.
Okay. Okay.
At which line? Show me the error message once again. That equal this thing, na? Okay.
34.
Yeah, but I can't see the line numbers, na? Line number this 34. Check equality. Show me that I can find out that method. Array, this method has to be written not here. Java doesn't allow you to write method within a method. So take out this. I'll take the control.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
So what we are doing is here, take out this method, control exit, and put it in your cube class. Actually, it should have been box. But take this out. Now say control X. I'm not doing it. I have highlighted the method.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Take out this method. This method should be where? It should be under your cube class. Actually, cube is a wrong word. It should be a box class. But anyway, now open your cube class and there you add this method. Though you have done exactly reverse. This one, Ankit. This code should be in the tester.
Okay.
Anyway, you got me. So after no, do it fast now with me. Paste it there. Okay.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
now, yeah. No, not that much. Hello, not the whole
Yes.
thing. Here, this code now,
Yes.
you
Yes.
pick up,
Yes.
yeah, and control exit and put it in your tester.
Okay.
Okay, so now just see. No, what is it you have done? Okay, this is check equality. Huh? Show me the
Revert.
tester again. Test cube. Test cube dikhao.
This one.
Yeah, there is a one extra, this semicolon in that line also. Somebody told you, Piyush told you already. Go to the cube.java. It doesn't matter, but it's not a good programming practice anyway. Double
Yes,
return
ma'am.
this ke baad mein. Yeah. Okay. So now just try saving, save both and compile. I've not checked the rest of the code, but just see.
Okay. Done, ma'am.
Now you continue. But okay, Ankit, before you stop sharing, wait. You can do the testing on your own. I don't want you to call that box as a cube. Cube
Okay.
means the three-dimensional box which has all the sides same. But
Yes,
we
yes.
are just defining a normal box which can be a cube or cuboid. Okay. So
Okay.
next time when you make the changes, don't call it as cube, call it as simply box.java.
Okay,
Understood me?
ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, you can stop sharing.
Ma'am,
Yes.
hello.
Yes, tell me.
Will you repeat that super word concept?
Yeah, I'm going to, but I'm waiting for people to, finish their revision. So,
Okay.
so in another 10 minutes, maybe around it is 4:12. So around 4:20 or 4:25, I will start the revision. At that time, I will definitely repeat everything. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. ठीक.
Okay. So, guys, Those who have finished the revision, completed the revision, I will revise. I'll revise the last part, like somebody was saying, like revise super and all that. I will revise that definitely. But after that, if you are like finished it, I will share the updated part with you. So in case anyone wants to try out more things and assignments, they should not be like wasting their time. Yes, I will repeat the two string concept also. Okay, so you can download here. I have given you core Java assignments.txt. So please download it from there. And then you can start, if you have finished all the earlier work, you can start solving the remaining assignments. This assignment is basically based on array of references. But before that, I want to revise. So guys, tell me whenever you are ready. In another 5 minutes, can we start the revision? I'll take the revision from that inheritance topic, that static and array thing. I will not waste your time. So in 5 minutes, can we start? So around 14:20, sorry, 16:20, 4:20. In another 6 minutes, I'll start the revision. Till then, you go through it and collect your questions, collect your doubts. Okay.
Ma'am, where we have uploaded on Drive?
No, not upload on Drive. Sent you just now on chat.
Okay.
You can get it from chat. Shall I send it again? I'm sending you again, in case you did not get it.
Yes, please, ma'am.
I've done it right now. Core Java assignments.txt it is.
Ma'am, आलस नहीं बोलते.
Sorry?
I think it is not sent right.
I sent
Upload
you
नहीं
just
हुआ
now.
है लगता है.
नहीं आलस.
Core Java assignments.txt. Okay, I'll upload it on the Google Drive. I can see it. It is sent. Nobody got it? Core Java assignments.txt.
No, ma'am. नहीं
No,
got
ma'am.
it, ma'am.
Got it. See,
Got
people
it,
are
ma'am.
saying got it. Some of them are getting it. So just take it or WhatsApp it. I'll request sir to add me to your WhatsApp group. So as an alternative, I can also send it from WhatsApp. That is what we did for the last batch also. People are getting it. So guys, can you put it on your WhatsApp group so everyone can get it? Thanks. So this is chat already, Snail. I'm saying on your WhatsApp group.
Hello, ma'am.
Just 2 minutes. I'm in the middle of writing a question. Just give me a minute. I will finish and come to you.
Yes, ma'am. Fine.
Okay. Yeah. So somebody was asking me a question. Tell me, you want me to look at your screen or it's just a question? I'm asking you. Somebody was asking me to. Question was coming.
मॅम तो
Any-
अवेलेबल नाही तर मला विचारायचा होता क्वेश्चन विचारू शकतो
हाँ बोल ना.
मॅम आपण स्टॅटिक ब्लॉक बनवलेला आहे तो आपण
Like Vaishali ma'am has suggested, why don't we either use Hindi or English so people can
ओके
understand
ओके
your
सॉरी मैम
questions.
सॉरी मैम
हाँ, English में पूछो या हिंदी में पूछो, कुछ भी.
मैम आपने स्टैटिक ब्लॉक बनाया है तो मैंने
I'll
अभी
just
वो
open that. हाँ, एक सेकंड मैं ओपन करती हूँ कोड. हाँ, बोलो.
तो वो स्टैटिक ब्लॉक पब्लिक स्टैटिक वॉइड मेन में लिखा तो एरर आ रहा है मुझे
Of course, how can you write a static initializer block in a method? Java doesn't allow you that. I've given in my notes, read that regarding static. It has to appear within at the class level. So within the class you have to write. How can you use wrong syntax? You can't use any syntax what you like. Static initializer blocks are declared at the class level. You can't write them within a method. As simple as that. You got me?
Okay.
It's a
Yes,
syntactical
ma'am.
error.
Yes ma'am thank
Okay,
you ma'am.
guys, I think I have given you sufficient time. Shall we start the revision? Because otherwise, you know, I today I told you I have to like log off at 6 o'clock. That's why. So
Hello,
now
ma'am.
please, now I'm starting with the revision. So questions, whenever I come to that topic at that time, you ask me, please. Okay, so here I told you I'm not going to revise arrays and this, otherwise you won't get any time for writing assignments. So I'm going to start revising from the inheritance part. So let's have a quick question answers and then we will apply, we'll look at it, the code also. So let me start. Why inheritance? What is the main purpose of applying inheritance? Tell me. Why do we use inheritance? It is for the reusability. So you can say it increases, enhances the reusability and it reduces the redundancy, avoids the duplication. Absolutely right. Tell me. So when you talk about inheritance, what kind of a relationship are we talking about? Three choices: is a, has a, or uses a. It is a relationship. Okay. So give me any example. You don't give me the example which I have quoted, such as person, student, faculty. You're not allowed to use that. Tell me any other example of inheritance which you can see around. Okay, Swift is a car, fine. Yes. Dog is an animal, fine. Yes. A sports, you're right. Like, don't say sports and cricket. Okay, sports cricket is fine, this one, Abhinav, but not player. You can say hockey player is a player that way. Okay. So core Java is a book. Okay, I mean, if you say head first is a book and all that, fine, fine, fine. So this is all acceptable. Next one. So tell me, what is the, yes, I got the thing. So tell me, what is it I was going to ask? Yeah. So what are the, okay, what are the classes in the upper hierarchy called? Super class. What are the other names by which it is known? Parent class as well as base class, right? Next one. What is the one from the lower hierarchy is called, guys? It is a subclass or subclass, superclass Java terms, or otherwise you can say child class or the derived or the extended class, right? Any word is legal. Next one. When you go from, what do you say? Top to below, that is from superclass to subclass. Are you going from generic features, generalization to specialization, G to S or S to G? That is generalization to specialization. Next question. In your subclass, okay, so let me ask you, when can you apply inheritance? If there are common features among the subclasses or when there are no common features? Of course, when there are common features, and those common features may include common data members, and that is data as well as action. Okay, so whenever you see any common data, common action, you pull it out and add it in the superclass definition. Okay, not instances shared and all. That's a wrong answer. That is a wrong statement. It's not sharing about this. Okay, any features, when you have common features, you can definitely apply inheritance. Next one. So the next question is now let us do it in a what you say, with the code also. So now you have code examples and all that. So tell me, in this faculty, person, student, sorry, before I ask you to open, what are the different types of inheritances? Tell me that. Yeah, there are 3 of them. So which ones are there? No, start with single. multi-level and multiple. Which one is not supported and why? Multiple is not supported for the ambiguity diamond issue. So what is that diamond issue? I'll discuss it tomorrow. I've given the diagram and all that, but discussion, I don't want to have it. Whatever is new concept, I'll take it in the theory session. So give me an example. Okay, let me say something and I'll ask you. So let's say employee extended by manager. So what is it example of explicitly? Is it a single level or is it a multi-level? S or M? It's a single level. But implicitly, what is it example of? Implicitly kya hai? Multi-level. Why? Because you are right. Why? Because object is the universal superclass. So when I say employee extended by manager, where is object class sitting? Above which class? Above employee. So what is that implicit multi-level hierarchy? Object extended by employee, extended by manager. Everyone understands me? So now tell me, what all features manager can enjoy? Object features, employees feature, both or neither? Answer is both. But if you have private members, can you access the private members? Can a subclass access the private members outside the class? Answer is 100% not. So I have given you a readme. I don't know whether you refer to that. And right now is not the time to read the readmes. Only right now just go through the what is it called? Sequence document. But later in the evening time and all that, here, this is a popular interview question. Do subclasses inherit private data members from its superclass? The immediate answer, interview answer is no. So what is the meaning? This is as per the JLS. JLS is Java language specification. Members of the class that are declared private are not inherited by subclasses of that class. Only those members which are declared as protected or a public, or the default members, if you are in the same package, those are inherited. So this is one half of the question. But here, what is the real meaning? Real meaning here by inheritance is, are private members accessible in the subclass? Then that answer is 100% no. But read this statement very carefully. When you create a subclass instance, will the memory be allocated also to contain the private members of the superclass? What is the answer of that? Answer is 100% yes. And that I have said it time and again, multiple times in our session. So here also I have quoted the same example. Student extends from person. That means student has the additional data member such as graduation year, course, fees and marks.
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt you, but screen nahi dikh raha hai.
Oh, sorry. So sorry. You should interrupt me in such cases. My mistake. I shared only the core Java assignment. I'm so sorry. But you have that readme. So you should have opened the readme by the way. But anyway, now I'll not repeat everything. So I have a simple question to ask. Everyone has gone through student class and a person class, right? So can you access first name and last name of a person from a student class? No is the correct answer. Yes is the wrong answer. Just now we spent so much time. But the moment you say student is a person, read this. When you create the object of a student, we had created the student class instance. Will first name and last name, will it be present as one of the slots in the heap? 100% yes. So I have written in numbers. So how many slots will you have in the student object? Count properly. First name and last name from the person, and then additional 4, graduation year, course, fees and marks. So guys, I have given you this already in today's readmes. So definitely go through it whenever you get time. I don't want to spend your lab session time in theoretical concept, but this is a must read today. Okay. So now coming back to the statement here. So start answering me. What should you start declaring first? A superclass or a subclass? Of course, everything starts with the parent or the superclass. So please open here from D 4.2 Now I hope all the screen is visible. Here, open person.java. Spend a minute on that. I'll start asking you questions. So I hope during that 1.5 or 2 hours almost revision, you would have gone through it. So let me start asking you. First is, what is the state of this person? Simple questions I'm starting with first. What is the state of this? First name and last name. Tight encapsulation or loose encapsulation? It is tight encapsulation. Everyone understands this is the parameterized constructor. So simple question. If I don't supply this parameterized constructor, what will Java compiler supply? A default constructor. Will it be argumented constructor or argumentless constructor? Argumentless, parameterless constructor. And in that case, what will be the values assigned to? What will be the values of first name and last name? Why you are saying null? Because the data type is string. And string is what? Primitive type or reference type? It's a class. So it is a, no, string is not primitive. How it would be null otherwise? String is a class in Java. So it is a class type of reference. So of course the value will be initialized to null. And we don't want any nulls in the names. That is why we wrote this constructor. Now the next question. Here, so whenever you are creating the object of the person, will it directly start calling this constructor or will it call something else? Answer is it will call something else. What is it will call? So now is the chance to revise your super keyword. Okay. So I have given you, I'm telling you the reference from that. So you'll know which readmes are there and how you should start reading. So there is a readme called as readme inheritance and polymorphism. So here you can look for something like usage. Just give me a minute. Okay. I'll tell you exact keyword to look for. Yeah. Search for the keyword usage. Later also you can do that. So here I have given you both usages of super keyword. So first I will explain the second keyword. Second usage. So take a look at it. Super is very much similar to this. So tell me, this means current class or super class? Obvious dumb question. This means what? Current class, right? Likewise, super means what? What is the meaning of super? Immediate superclass. Don't say directly any this. Immediate superclass is your super. Okay. So now here one of the usages to invoke immediate superclasses matching constructor. Okay. And what is the keyword we use? Super followed by round brackets. So whenever you say super followed by parenthesis, what does it mean? You are trying to call immediate superclass constructor. Please guys, mute yourself. I muted. So super and followed by round brackets, parenthesis is calling immediate superclass constructor. So now please tell me, have I written here anywhere super? Answer is no. So what will compiler do? Compiler will insert something. So what is it compiler will do? No. What will compiler insert? Open your eyes and you will understand what it will do implicitly. Exactly. I've told you this. It will insert this super, not here, of course. Super has to be the first statement. So here it will implicitly add. I've written it in other things. So here you can add the comment. So adds, who adds it? Java C. Java C implicitly adds a call. And since you have not invoked it, it will simply call the default superclass constructor. So tell me quickly, where the control will go? Super is what? Object class. So here, do I have to say extends object? No, it is done implicitly. So it will visit the object class constructor where the initialization of these data members, the structure, basically the memory allocation done from the heap is initialized. Control returns here. Then it will print in person's constructor and the state is getting initialized. So this was your first one. And then we will talk about toString separately. First, focus on only constructor invocation. So ignore the toString. toString I'll discuss in the next minute. So now open faculty. So tell me, between person and a faculty, which is superclass, which is subclass? Easy question. Which is the superclass and which is subclass? Person is a superclass, faculty is a subclass. Which is the keyword we use in Java to use the inheritance is extends. Later you'll see after 2 days implements when we start using interfaces. Today it is only extends. So here it is. Now take a look at it carefully. Do you have to add once again in a duplicate manner first name, last name, years and subject matter expertise, or only additional members? Answer is only additional members. So you remember I told you a summary. Subclass is a superclass means what? Faculty is a person. So from the faculty, can I actually access, can I directly access these members? Of course not. But when you create the faculty object in the heap, can anyone tell me how many slots would be there after the class pointer? How many slots would be there? There would be 4 slots. And in which sequence they would be organized? First, the data is always reserved for from the parent. So first slot will be first name, last name, and then the 2 slots will be years of experience and subject matter expertise. You got me? So this is the actual object structure. Now go ahead. If I want to initialize complete details, complete state of a faculty, how many arguments you have to accept from client? No, I'm saying for faculty. I'm not asking for student. I'm talking about faculty. So 4 is the correct answer. So this is where we created the faculty class constructor. So now answer the next question. Comment this. Immediately, you will get a compiler error. Tell me why. Comment that super and you will see the compiler error. Tell me why there is a compiler error. You have to explain it to me properly. It will call exactly default superclass constructor. So go the right way. When you don't call super, what will compiler call immediately? Implicitly super and argumentless default superclass constructor. So it goes here in person and tell me, is there any default default person class constructor? Answer is no. So if you uncomment, now guys, now is the time to play with the code. So mark it and say control and /. So error will disappear. See, when I say things in the theory session, you may not grab everything. But now is the lab session, you have got the code in front of you. So go to the faculty and tell me, has the error disappeared or is the error still there? Error must have disappeared. So now tell me, if you continue in this manner and go to our tester, please. Here, when you create the instance of the faculty, which fields will be initialized and which fields will not be initialized? It's an easy question to answer, but still try. I said, if you go as per current this, which fields will be initialized? First name and last name will not be initialized. Absolutely correct. They will be initialized to nulls. Okay, but the number of years of experience and subject matter expertise will be initialized. Test it. This is what is the beauty of ID. You don't have to compile and all that. Just run this and confirm. That is how you should understand Java or any technology. Try it out. So are you understanding, guys? For faculty, doesn't this look weird? Her first name and last name has disappeared, but the teaching experience and the SME is intact. Are we understanding things? Are you understanding more details about super keyword and the flow of constructor invocation? That is what I wanted. Okay, so definitely is this desirable or undesirable? Having nulls in the faculty name? Of course, undesirable. That is why you supply this constructor when it is not required. So comment it back. How do you comment? Mark the block, control and forward slash. So this is gone. And we are back with compiler error. So here, compiler tells you I have a limited intelligence. I can only call default superclass constructor. But you programmer is more intelligent. So here, explicitly call matching. Matching means what? Matching by the argument names. Matching superclass constructor. And when you do this, save all, there is a third button. Can you see this? This is first, second, and third. That is your save all. Then you will see 0 errors. And if you run the code again, tell me, are all the details of faculty initialized or uninitialized? Initialized. I got a question from somewhere. Just a second. What Ritesh is asking, what if we write this fn ln in default constructor? Try it out. You'll get a compiler error. This one, who is it? Ritesh. Now it is a lab session. So instead of asking me, why don't you try it out? He was asking me this. Guys, you should try such things before asking a question. And he was asking, he wanted to try something like constructor chaining. You'll get a compiler error. There's no fn ln here in default constructor. So how can you pass it? Got your answer, Ritesh? So you have to call the parameterized constructor in a proper manner. So from the next time, guys, definitely try it out first things. Most of the answers you will get it yourself, especially when you try it out. Okay, so that was the constructor invocation flow. Now, open the student class just for one more recap. So here, open the student class, please. I'll change the style of asking. I'll open the test constructor invocation, please. Open, refer to line number 9. Okay. And here, when you refer to line number 9, can anyone tell me what will happen when this code is executed? Everyone knows you have to solve the RHS. So whose constructor will get called first? I mean, the control will go to whose constructor? Your choices are object, person, or student. No. Immediately where it will go? Of course, you can see that it is going to the student class constructor. So here, open the student class, or there is a shortcut. Control and click. You understood what is the shortcut? Here I'm saying, take your cursor on student and click, hold on control and the left click button of the mouse. It will open the declaration. Okay, so now the next question. If you can't manage it, forget it. You open that class automatically. I mean, on your own. So again, the same question. If you comment this, you will get a compiler error. So I'll change my style of question. When you say super, whose constructor we are calling here? Persons or objects? Of course, it is a person's constructor. Where the control will go? Control will go once again to person class. It will get called. You can see from the SOPs and all that. Constructor returns. Control comes back to this line. Then it will print in student constructor. And the job of the subclass constructor is to initialize the additional state. So tell me, by the time constructor returns means by the time RHS is executed, what is the state of the student? I'll give you 3 options. Default initialized, partially initialized, or completely initialized. It's option 3, completely initialized. And as usual, the new operator returns the reference, which is on the stack because it is a method local one. So tell me openly, clearly, as far as constructor invocation is concerned and the super keyword with the round brackets is concerned, are you all clear? Suitably clear? You can sleep over it tonight. When I say sleep over it, I mean think over it. And tomorrow when you are fresh or whatever, when you meet me again, if you have more questions, you can always ask. Okay, so now let us talk about the toString. So I have not actually started full-fledged polymorphism. That I will start tomorrow. But I gave you the analogy. Okay, before I give you analogy and all, can you please open Java docs? Without Java docs, impossible to survive. So please open Java docs, and here you can search for object class and click on java.lang.object. I'll wait here for a minute. Has everyone found it? Tell me whenever you get it. The first thing when you log in the morning or in the afternoon, first thing is you open Java docs and keep it ready. Okay, so that is your Java docs open. Now in object they have given, by the way, you should read at least a little bit of description. The package name is java.lang. I told you from Java 9, it has introduced the module system JPMS, and the name of the module is java.base. Module is nothing but collection of packages. So currently I'm giving only that much. Read this. Object is the root of the class hierarchy. Meaning what? Every class has object as a superclass. It is a universal superclass. And then you will see these object classes methods are available to all the subclasses, including arrays, because array is also an object. Now, which is the method you are going to search for? So say Control F and look for search for toString. When the things are in front of you, understanding is at a different level. Has everyone found toString? Click on toString and read the description. So I think you have read it. It is just 2 lines. So tell me, what is the access specifier of toString method? What is the access specifier? Access specifier, guys, Sandeep, access specifier. Public is the access specifier. String is the return type. I asked you what is the access specifier? Public. So tell me, are public members available anywhere within the same package, outside the package, and everywhere? Yes. And whatever my subclasses can access, will they be able to modify? 100% yes. So keep that. I had given you the analogy that you are inheriting some house or a property. And if you want to retain it as it is, maintain it as it is, that's your call. So that is analogous to you are inheriting the member and using it as it is. But if you're not happy, if the implementation, if the property, if the inherited stuff is not as per your requirement, will you be able to modify it? What's the answer to the question? Answer is yes. And that is where we talked about method overriding. Okay, so now let's go slowly. And after that, we are going to do the hands-on part naturally. So when you just come down here, and if you don't override the toString method, what is the object classes toString returns? Answer is in front of you. So can anyone tell me what is it you will see? It will return fully qualified class name, exactly Girish, @ hash code. And what is hash code? Hash code is nothing but the internal address representation. Okay, so here immediately you should try. You should not trust a word. Okay, so go to your person class, comment. How do you comment? Mark the block, Control / comment toString. Go to your faculty, comment toString. Go to your student, comment toString. This is what I expect you to try it out. When I say play with the code, try with the code, this is what is expected. And there is a button, save all, Control-Shift-S or something. Okay. Has everyone done the changes? Please check. Otherwise, you will be confused with your output. Doubly confirm. Have you commented it from person class, faculty class, and student class and saved your changes? Have you? You're not supposed to run it. You're supposed to first, I'm going to ask you. You tell me whenever you do it, whenever you are ready. Okay. So now you don't run it because I want to ask you a question. So here, first question. Do we have any toString methods in our person or student or a faculty class currently? It's a Boolean question, yes or no? It's no. But surprisingly, We are not getting any compiler errors neither in line number 14 nor in line number 16. So tell me why? Because we are using inherited functionality from object class, and student is a object, student is a person, is a object. So is faculty. Faculty is a person, is a object. So no issues. So now don't run it. You just tell me whenever you run it, what do you expect to see? The address printing version, or the person's first name, last name, or the complete details? What do you expect? Of course, the address printing version, because all the way you are inheriting the superclass version, ultimate superclass version. Now please run it and confirm. You got this? Everyone, see, the values will be different, may be different, because you are, I mean, heap address and my heap address can be different. But everyone should see the fully qualified class name. Don't give loose answers, class and all. Fully qualified class name means package name dot sub package name, if any, class name. And this is the address. This is some address in the heap where your object is sitting. And likewise, everyone got this hash code version? Fully qualified class name and the address version. This is, we call it as a hash code version, address printing version. Okay. So now think and answer. Is this really useful version of a toString or not useful? This is not useful. So there are two options. One option is write your own method. Get, what is that? Person details. No. Let me make a statement. Write another method, get student details. Write another method, get faculty details. Later, get lab faculty details. Later, get your center head details. Get your CEO's details. So, does this sound a good approach? Writing different methods without sticking to standard. Good approach or a bad approach? It's definitely a bad approach. You got me? Instead, isn't it better to use the inherited method toString? So the method declaration will be the same. Only the method definition, body of the method, we will replace as and when required. Okay, so here we are using the modification. I gave you analogy. You have inherited a piece of property, such as house or apartment or whatever, and you want to modify things. So now please open person class. Do it systematically so that maximum understanding you will get today itself. And uncomment. How do you uncomment? Mark the block, control / and save it. Please stay with me in the sense, because I'm saying you can later explore whatever you want, but currently let it be in a proper manner, guided sequential manner. Okay. So has everyone uncommented this? Now tell me, you are not allowed to run. So tell me, after you run the code again, what do you expect to see? Your choices are hash code version, the name details appearing, or the complete details appearing. Pick up the option. First name and last name only. How do you go about it? It's very easy. When you say student1.toString, student class does not have a toString. So your JVM will use the inherited version. But in this inherited version, all we are returning is a name. And likewise, the same thing you will see for your faculty. So I hope you have saved everything. Just run the tester again and tell me, are we retrieving complete information or only partial information? Everyone understands it? So all I could get is the student details and the faculty details. Everyone understanding it? Okay, so this was only done in the first level. So here I'm asking, when you say student.java, if you have commented it, whose inherited method are we using? You have two choices, object or person, O or P. Answer is person. Person is the right answer. So now I want to replace it by, I want to do further modification. Let's say your grandfather left your father something. Father modified it, and now it has come to you and you want to modify it further. That's the analogy. Okay, so now uncomment this, please. Mark the block control and forward slash. So now is the next usage of a super keyword. So please take a pause here and read my readme. So here, one usage you already know. From the subclass constructor, you can use super to call the superclass constructor matching one. Here is the another usage. I've taken a different example. Read that. Spend a minute on that. Okay. So anyway, you might be already reading. So tell me quickly. What is the name of the superclass here and which is the subclass? Which is superclass, which is subclass? In the highlighted example, A is superclass, B is subclass. So here, this is the method show, which is defined in the superclass base class method. Okay. And this is your overriding form of the method. So here, when I'm just asking you the question. So here, I could have inherited it and done it, but I wanted to change. So this is the change. I have said in beads show and then calling super.show. So when I say super.show, whose show method it will call? A's show method or B's show method? Of course, A's show method. So read this. What is the usage of super.keyword to access superclasses visible members? So that can be either visible data member or visible method. So that was example of super.show. Now come back to our code and tell me, when I add append to the student string super.toString, whose toString will get called? Person's toString or object's toString? You got that? So the person's toString get called and then you are appending it by the student details. Open the other one as in faculty and you will see you can uncomment this also, control and forward slash, and tell me what will happen here is you are getting again the first name and last name from this super.toString and appending the other details. Uncommented both, save all and run. And this time you should see the complete student as well as faculty details. Are you getting the same output and complete understanding also? Tell me. Okay, the last question before we continue to your hands-on exercise. Okay, so here, you are not supposed to run it. You are supposed to just tell me verbally. What will happen? Don't do that. Just hear my question. Don't cheat. Because then you are fooling yourself. You are not letting your brains think. What will happen if I comment the toString from the person class? I'll give you choices: compile time error, runtime error, or different output. Aniket, I won't accept the answer as error. I want the answer as compile time error, runtime error, or different output. Answer is different output. So guys, what will be that different output? Somebody told me also. So when you say here, for example, in student, super.toString. Now whose toString it will call? Objects toString. Exactly. So naturally you will get only again the partial set. The first name and last name would be missing, but remaining details would be there. Again, at the cost of irritating you, I'm telling you, this is what I mean when I say play with the code. So please, now you are allowed to do that. Comment the code, please. You should always confirm whether whatever you have understood is correct or not. And run the code. And 100% you will see after student, names are missing because you are inheriting it directly from object. So that's your toString, hash code version, address version, and other details, and likewise. So this is what I wanted to revise. Are we clear? No, not, it won't be null. The first name, last name is, I mean, it's not getting printed at all. So because you are referring to your, what do you say, object classes toString form. Okay, that way it is. So now guys, it is high time that you start solving. Otherwise you won't, yes, exactly, move ahead. So here I have given 2 assignments. The first one I had already shared. The second one this. So you tell me, both the assignments completely you won't be able to solve with me, but at least you will start working on it. So see, I'm giving you option. First of all, before giving you option, give me a second. I'll send the updated version. I'm sending it on chat. So now you will see, you can open that again, the latest version. I'll wait till you say you have downloaded it and you have got it. Those who don't get it, please, some other students, put it on a WhatsApp group or your whatever group and share it with each other. Okay, so now if you read this third assignment, this I'm not currently discussing because there's hardly any time. I mean, 1 hour is insufficient to solve all 3. Okay, so here we can discuss either the third one, whose objective is array of references, or I can discuss the fourth one, whose objective is inheritance. So I'm giving you 2-3 minutes. You go through. See, people are giving me both the clues. Okay, I'll go by the majority, you know that. So, okay, so I'll go by the third one. So now, yeah, I got your poll. I am discussing the third one. And if time permits, don't worry, 5:45 to 6 o'clock, I will discuss the fourth one also. But that will be done in a quick manner naturally. So stop everything else, whatever you are doing. And let me ask you a question. Has everyone at least completed? Forget the tester of yesterday, but I'll ask you one by one. Have you created a point2D class of yesterday? Everyone, nobody's pending. Have you added a parameterized constructor in there? Have you added a method, get details there, which will return the string version? Now you'll understand why I was saying string return, because I want you to come to your toString method. Okay, and the other one is, have you added is equal? Anyone pending in is equal? Some of you were asking me in the morning that calculate distance is pending. So maybe let that be. But if you have done calculate distance also, great. If not, I'll help you after our common discussion. The discussion is done. Okay, because you will require it. Now read the instructions. I give you all the instructions in writing. So here you are going to create a new Eclipse project by the name Day 4 Assignments. Understood the statement so far? You keep acknowledging so I can go fast. Okay, you have done it also. Very good. Understood that, whatever I said. Okay, next one is problem solved, math dot square root. Great. So I'm always happy to hear that. Okay, now you are going to, are you going to reinvent the wheel? Means start writing from point2D class? Never. So you copy the package. You have created yesterday the package com.app.geometry, which has point2D class. So copy it in today's SRC. Is the instruction 3.2 clear? Clear and done? Very good. Very right. Excellent. Now, after that, no copy pasting. You have to write things on your own. I mean, you're going to write it. So here, now you are going to give me a tester whose name is test point array 1. Please don't use any name of the package. I want a specific package tester. And this is what you are going to solve. Okay. So this is what I'm going to explain. So here, immediately when you open this, of course, I will not write scanner and closing scanner. That is ritual. That is everyday stuff. So imagine that you have attached the scanner. So here you have to ask user how many points maximum you want to plot. 3.4 till 3.4. 100% clear? I'm giving you time. You take your own call. You don't go by what your friends are saying. You ask yourself. Okay. And depending on that answer, create a suitable data structure, naturally an array. So when I say how, of course, I want your inputs. So write that line for me. I want to see. Put it on the chat. How will you how will you translate into Java code? I'm waiting for your answer. You understood what I'm asking you? I'm asking you, which one? 3.5. So waiting for your stuff. Point 2D array equal to new point 2D sc dot next array. Next end. Absolutely fine. Okay. It's not a two-dimensional array, Kunal. It's a 1D array. Sumit, it is not an int array. It is an array of point 2D ka references. So the correct answer, guys, is some of you have given correctly, some of you not. This is equivalent to your box array. Okay. So how it will be? I'm giving you help. I know it is just a 4th day. So you will do the imports and all on your own. So point 2D ka array. Let's say points. You know, give the variable name also very nicely, very well thinking. New point 2D. Should I add a round bracket or a square bracket? Are you creating the instance of point 2D array? Sorry, point 2D, or are you creating the array object? Of course, array. Size comes from the user. So that is sc.nextEnd. I know I should not be giving you the code, but initially hand-holding, little bit of hand-holding for those who are not so clear. So is this statement clear to 100% of you?
Hello.
Is it clear to everyone? So I have a deeper question. Suppose user has given here, he wants to plot 10 points. How many objects would be created from this line? 1 or 10 or 0? People are saying 10. Guys, wake up. Answer is only one object. Which type of object it will be? Will it be point 2D ka object, or will it be point 2D array ka object? Array object or point 2D? Of course, it is array object. And this array, is it going to be array of primitive types? Is it going to store the primitive values, or is it going to store the references? Array of, you are saying primitive types. Wrong. It is going to store the array of the reference of the type point 2D. Okay. So guys, whoever are giving wrong answers, I don't mind it, but that tells me you need some more revision. So do solve this assignment right today. Let it take your evening or night or whatever. Stretch a little bit, slog a little bit. So tomorrow you'll feel better. So answer is, this is the correct answer. Now, without opening, see, I'm not asked you to open the menu. Menu will open from here. So now ask user for individual XY coordinate and store those XY coordinates suitably. So anyone wants to answer me how? So here, because I have to give you hints, I will share this also as a help. You know that. So what should I use? No, Pankaj, you are wrong. Okay, Yash gave me the answer. Here, switch casing and all will start after the options and before the options. So here, the answer expected was for loop. Can you use for each loop to initialize the array content? Never. Because for each always works on a copy. All you will get is still null values. Okay. So here is your for loop. So I will write only partially. You tell me. For int I equal to 0. What will be the boundary condition? Anyone? I less than? I've given some variable name. So you can take that. What will be the boundary condition, guys? Points dot length. Very right. Points dot length. I plus plus. And here you will do something. If I write this code, then there is nothing left for you. So can anyone tell me what is it you will do within the loop? Inside the loop, what will you do? You can write in Java if you want. You're going to give a SOP, enter XY coordinates. And after that, what will you write? Points of I is equal to, absolutely correct. Okay, my XY coordinates should have been int. So it should be, what it will be, I'm not writing it, but I'm just saying it verbally. Points of I is equal to new. And what are we going to create this time? Point ka instance, point 2D ka instance, या array ka instance? Of course, points instance. So new point 2D, sc.nextInt, sc.nextInt. So ask yourself, are you all 100% clear so far? There is no while loop, there is no switch casing, there are no options so far. Can 100% visualize the code and finish it in something like next 10-15 minutes? Are you promising me that? Are you confident? Don't give the false promise. Okay, so Aniket is saying we'll try. Fine, do try. So after that, now rest of it is this is like a, initialization. So all initialization is done. Then you give the menu. So which menu? So these are the options. So you tell user, option 1, display specific point. Option 2, display XY coordinates of all the points. Option 3, calculate and display the distance between the specified points. And option 4, terminate the app. So let us discuss it one by one. So option 1 is, if you want, I can make it in an elaborate manner, display details of a specific point. Okay. So what is the input? What is the user input? User will give you the index. But user being a user might give you the index which is beyond the array capacity. So you have to be smart and you have to do the boundary checking. Anyone wants to tell me what will be the correct range of this index? Yes, if else. So how will you do that? Not default case, Rohit. Don't go off track. I'm talking about case 1 here. There's no default case. In case 1, whenever user gives you the index, you will be saying int index equal to sc.nextInt. Exactly. 0 to points dot length -1. So if the index user gives you is beyond that, do you want to break your code on the exception runtime error, or do you want to give the error message? I want you to give the error message. And what should be that error message? Error message, example, invalid index. Please retry. But if the index is a valid index, can you tell me how will you display the XY coordinates if the index is all valid? Yes? No. Today this does not require toString. Guys, it is your yesterday's code. Wrong answer, Ajay. You have to call the getDetails method. But getDetails method on what you will call? You have to say something.getDetails. So what is that something? Okay. So I don't understand, Ankush, your answer. What is that L? I don't understand L or whatever. So index, you have to give that index. So that points and points of index dot get details. So whatever is the index, you first validate it. If it is out of range, invalid index. Don't say not found. Say invalid index or index out of range. Please retry. Or otherwise, give me the details. So I'll stay quiet for a minute. Tell me, can everyone solve case 1? This is your switch case 1. If you are not understood a particular explanation, tell me so. You have understood it? Okay, you will try it. And whenever you get stuck, we are all there to help you. Now, this is the easiest of the lot. How will you do that? Case 2. Anyone? I've given you so many options. Okay, one option is for loop. Other option is for each. You know that. Okay, so you can use any option. ToString arrays.toString is there. Yes, you will be surprised. Try arrays.toString and all you will see is the hash code. Okay, because you have not yet overridden, we have not yet overridden the point classes toString. Anyway, so I will give you the hints here. When I say hints, I mean example. You can definitely try with for. Easier one will be for each. Tomorrow by this time, of course, you will replace everything by toString. That not today. So tell me, option 2. Can everyone solve comfortably? Yes, for each point 2D in points, SOP, whatever. SOP p dot get details, whatever that method. Next one, the last one. What are the user inputs? 2 indices for 2 points. So here I am not done, but validate the indices. Everyone knows what should be the range of the indices? 0 to length minus 1. And if they are valid, can you display, how will you display the distance between those 2 points? So I'll talk in concrete. Suppose start is your start index, end is your end index. Can you write in code? No, I don't want that. No, you lost me. I said, suppose, I'll give you, because I have to make sure that everyone can manage it. Suppose I said int start equal to sc.next end. That is your starting index. Similarly, you have got int end index is equal to starting point and the ending point, sc.next end. And suppose you have validate them. So you can manage that. If you come here, if they are valid, can you now write one liner which will display the distance? Do it on chat. Exactly. So I already got it. So here, what is it you have? I'm not going to write it, otherwise it is hand holding, spoon feeding. You have your points array. So points of start dot calculate distance. That is the beauty of writing the method. You can call it immediately. Dot calculate distance points of end. And that will, since you have already slogged yesterday, you have your distance formula already. You just have to call it. So tell me, you understood the third one also? When you have got some idea? Okay. So this is totally based on array of references. So start working on it immediately. And if time permits, I will explain this one also. And those who can solve the simple assignment on inheritance. But right now, I don't want to eat up your lab session. Start working on it. And if anyone wants to ask me any questions, not theoretical, conceptual questions tomorrow, anything which is not working, this is not working, ask me anytime. Continue, start. I'll just be back in exactly 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. So anytime, any query you have, do ask without any hesitation.
मैम आपने जो 3.5 एक्सप्लेन किया ना, उसमें हाँ वही हाँ
तो उसमें क्या? हाँ बोलिए ना, I'm listening.
हाँ उसमें डेटा टाइप एरे का लिया है ना 0.2D, वो एक्सप्लेन करो ना, थोड़ा कंफ्यूज था उसमें, कल भी कंफ्यूज था आज भी.
अरे we are making the array of references. So reference, okay, let me ask you. Do you want to store एक point का details या multiple points के details?
Multiple points.
Multiple. तो multiple कैसे किसमें रख सकते हो? What is the only data structure you know so far is the array. तो इसलिए हम array बना रहे हैं. But array type क्या चाहिए? डू यू वांट टू क्रिएट एरे प्रिमिटिव टाइप का एरे बनाना है या एरे ऑफ रेफरेंसेस बनाना है?
लेकिन मैम पॉइंट तो आएंगे इंटीजर वाली ना।
अरे आई आंसर माय क्वेश्चंस, आई एम
Sorry.
लीडिंग यू टू द आंसर। एरे ऑफ प्रिमिटिव टाइप बनाना है या एरे ऑफ रेफरेंस बनाना है? यू टेल मी व्हाट यू फील, आई विल करेक्ट यू, डोंट वरी।
प्रिमिटिव
किसका एरे बनाना है?
प्रिमिटिव
Primitive, you are thinking primitive. Primitive means most likely you are thinking कि मेरा डेटा x and y है, तो वो
Exactly.
x and y डालना है, correct? But you are not understanding. X and y are the coordinates which are encapsulated in the point class. तो x and y कैसे डालोगे? You will wrap those x y into point 2D class and उसका object का reference डालोगे array में. I would suggest this thing for you. Who is it, by the way? I did not catch your name.
रोहित।
Rohit. So Rohit, do one thing. Open today's day for help and spend 5 minutes on this memory diagram. Here. Not this. Wait a second. Yeah. So here. No, where is my other one? Yeah. The first one. Memory picture of array of references. तो ये मैंने बॉक्स में दिखाया था. Box array box is just a reference. यहाँ पे array object for which can store the references. So if you go in the box has also 3 dimensions. लेकिन double array नहीं बनाना है. I want to hold the entire box object that will be created separately on the heap. यहाँ पे दिखाया था और उसका address जा चुका array में. So I will suggest go through this memory diagram and there is a code also written carefully. After 5 minutes, talk to me again.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, so I would say X and Y are encapsulated. I won't say tightly coupled, but they are well encapsulated. Yes, Darshana, I'll do that in a minute. Give me a minute. So here, X and Y are encapsulated in the point 2D. Rohit, जैसे मेरे width, depth and height were encapsulated in the box class. Abhi X and Y are encapsulated in the point 2D array. I'm sending you right away, Darshana. And later at the end of today, I'll upload it on our Google Drive.
Hello, ma'am.
एक second, I'll just share this and talk to you. Yeah, tell me. Bolo.
Ma'am, I haven't understood the third point of your menu option.
Sure?
This one, yes.
So tell me, what is the requirement? You know, you always think from the user's point of view. User से क्या लोगे? What will user give you? बताओ.
XY coordinates.
Wrong answer. Let's say, I'll write it as an example. Suppose user has asked you to, user has already plotted 10 points. Okay.
Okay.
I'll say suppose 10 points are plotted. When I say 10 points are plotted means what? 10 instances of
Point 2D.
point 2D class, sorry, are created in heap, correct? And most importantly, and their references are kept in the array. Understood this line?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now, what are the available indices you have? If I say 10, the available indices are, the correct range of indices are,
0
yes,
to
tell me,
9.
0 to 9, absolutely. So user is going to give you this index. Read that. Two
Okay.
indices for 2 points. So
Okay,
user
okay.
आपको क्या देगा? Give me the distance between, let's say, second point and the third point. वैसे देगा.
Okay.
समझा? Okay, continue.
Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome.
हेलो मैम।
Yes.
मैम वो इनहेरिटेंस का बताया था आपने, सुपर क्लास का मतलब अगर स्टूडेंट होता है।
नहीं, कोड खोलो, प्रॉपरली कोड खोलो और कोड से पूछो. I can't have a big question. I can't understand your question then. मुझे बताइए, what should I open and I'll explain that.
मैम
अभी पूरा रिवाइज किया मैंने. Were you present when I was revising?
Yes, ma'am, I was present. I mean, I'm present.
Okay, no problem. सो टेल मी कौन सा क्लास खोलूं और उसमें बताओ कि क्या नहीं समझा एग्जैक्टली, देन आई कैन एक्सप्लेन।
मैम आपने बोला था ना कि इसमें मल्टीपल
हाँ, मल्टीपल का मत पूछो, मल्टीपल का एम्बिग्यूटी इशू मैंने अभी बताया कहाँ है, that will happen tomorrow.
ओके मैम
Whatever I have not discussed, don't ask me. As it is, you have got a lot of things to revise. The one which we have decided, okay, discussed today. So focus on that.
ओके मैम
Multiple क्यों नहीं चलता and why it is not recommended and how it causes diamond issue, I'll explain it tomorrow.
ओके मैम नो प्रॉब्लम थैंक यू
You're welcome.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Tell me. हाँ, yeah, you are audible. बताओ.
Yes, ma'am. In 3.7 option 1, what are we
एक
supposed to?
सेकंड.
Okay, okay.
3.7 option 1. हाँ.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Right.
For what are we supposed to give the error message? I'm not just getting it.
See, so again, suppose user has plotted 10 points. So valid
Okay.
range of indices क्या है? 0 to 9.
0 to 9.
But user being a user, if user gives the value as 100, तो आप थोड़ी करोगे points of 100 dot get details. If you do that without checking, you will get array index out of bounds. So what is
Okay.
the check you will have to do? If index is less than 0 or greater than length minus 1.
Length minus 1. Right.
Then in that case, give me the error message invalid index. Please retry. ऐसे.
Okay, ma'am. Got it, ma'am.
समझा?
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, sure. एक second. I'll just correct something. In case of One, yes, I'll be with you in a minute. Huh? I'll just correct because I made a mistake in some problem statement. Just give me a minute, please. And wait. Yes, Yash. You want to share your screen?
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are audible.
I cannot share the screen while the other participant is sharing.
No. I'll stop sharing now. You want to share screen? I'm asking
Yes,
you. Do
yes,
you
yes,
want to share?
yes,
Haan,
yes,
haan.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I'll share my stopping. Of course, I'll
Okay.
stop.
Okay. Is it visible now?
Yeah, it is.
So let me run the program.
नाही मला जरा कोड दाखव ना. एक सेकंड. Just show me the
Sure,
code.
sure.
Let me just see. No, only this much. If index is greater or equal to 0 or index is less or equal to this points. Yeah, you can run the code and let me see. Where you are having problem. Vishu.
I'm not getting the details. Suppose I have entered number of points 2 and
Okay,
this is the first
2010. Huh,
this is the second point.
2020. Okay, fine.
So I want
So first say 2. First, this option, enter your choice as 2.
yes. So
So
they're
is it
visible.
coming?
Yes.
So that is working fine. So
Yeah.
this is working fine. Okay, and say 1. So that one option is not working. Give the
Yeah.
index 0. 0 देना. तो कुछ print नहीं हो रहा है. Okay,
Yeah.
that condition. Something is wrong with your condition. Let's see. You can stop that. So case 1 में enter the index to search this. If index is greater than, अरे SOP नहीं किया. You forgot line number 39. Everything else is correct. SOP नहीं किया. Just put it through SOP. So that's what I thought. Your check and all was all fine. You don't even have to do that because you have already got that get details method में वो details है ही ना. तो अगर नहीं लिखा point तो भी चलता.
No,
Anyway, you are gone.
I haven't written that.
Oh, you have not
code
written.
yet.
Okay, fine.
So I want
Then
to I want to customize it here.
Fine. Zero.
Sure.
Okay, that was the only missing. SOP missing था और कुछ नहीं.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Thank-
continue.
thank
Sure.
you.
Yes, Suraj, you are right. The same thing we realized. SOP was missing. Thanks. Case 3, I'll just check out. Yes, Yash, I've written validate the indices, and I discussed the whole solution also. Of course, you will require. Anytime you are taking the input, user can always give you index which is out of range. So everywhere you perform the validation.
एंड करना पड़ेगा मैम उसमें और की जगह
नहीं,
पे
and नहीं, of course not. Or. How can you say and? How can your index be less than 0 and greater than length or length minus 1? और ही लगेगा. Agar, see, it depends on what logic. So if your index is either, if you are going for valid condition, and लगेगा. If you are going for invalid condition, और लगेगा. So सोच लो और कर लो.
ओके ओके
You can write it in any way. When I take you to exception handling, I'll suggest some good programming practices, but not till then. I'm making a general request. Anyone who is pending with day 3 assignments, talk to any of us ASAP, because that backlog will kill you. If the backlog keeps on growing, you will start feeling out of control. So I'm all here. We are all here to help you. If you need any help on solving day 3 ka assignment, that's the highest priority. And then continue to day 4. And compulsory assignment is the first one. Second one is optional. Depending on what you get time and all, you will solve it.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, please allow me to share my screen.
Of course. Yeah, please share. And Ankit.
Ma'am, are you able to see?
Yeah, I'm able to see.
I'm not able to understand what to do in this 3.3 line.
Okay. So
What operation
yesterday
I
I
have to
had
perform.
explained. Yeah, yesterday I had explained. So understand the functional business requirement. User has already given you a box, order for the box. Let us say with the dimensions 10, 20, 30. So now user comes back to you again and says, give me another box, which has the dimensions, original width plus 2, B1's width plus 2, depth minus 4, and height plus 4. So that was the requirement. That is 3.3. You got me?
Means I have to modify.
No.
Modify the
Modify नहीं
dimension
करना
of
है.
box.
नहीं. You are not. See, let me ask you. How many boxes you are going to give user? 2. पहले तो 10, 20, 30 वाली आप दे चुके. You gave it to the user. And second box has to have the dimensions, the original width, B1 का width plus offset. B1, that first box is depth plus that supplied offset and the depth offset. ऐसे करना है. तो 2 boxes देना है. तो पहले का width and depth and height unchanged रहेगा. दूसरा वाला box बनेगा, which will have the modification. I've shared the code. We have written the code together. Yesterday morning, I solved that assignment. वो देख लो.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I was doing it by myself. So
Yeah, absolutely.
that's
Very
why
good approach.
I don't used to see codes of others. That is why. Thank you, ma'am. Now I will be able to code.
You got the idea. Try it out. Just a small suggestion. This one, Ankit, I guess. So you don't use the default package, please. Now you know the concept of package. So वो package में डाल देना. So that will be a better
From day 3
solution.
and day 4 onwards, I am doing this, but not in
Day
this.
2 ka you are doing it without the package. Fine. Whatever you say. No problem.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
And may I share the screen?
Yes, please. Yeah. Yes, Shubham, दिखाओ.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I am trying to print this, but
Null
not-
pointer.
yes.
Yeah,
तो null
because
पे जा रहा है मैम.
of course जाएगा. क्यों नहीं जाएगा? Guys, other guys, those who are interested, okay, let us help each other so that you will build confidence. Can you find out this one? Who, Shubham? I'm just taking help of your code because this is a very common mistake. एक second, I'll just request the remote control.
Okay.
So here, see this. I will ask you one by one. Anyone who wants to join our discussion can join. So here, he's giving the SOP. I mean, just a prompt. How many boxes? Sorry. How many points? How many number of coordinates you want to enter? Scanner. A suggestion, small suggestion. Close the scanner the moment you open it. At the end of it, close it. That's not going to solve your things. Here, now tell me this one. Who is it? Shubham.
Yes.
So here, suppose user gives the input as user wants to plot 5 points. So can you tell me from this line how many objects are getting memory allocated? How many objects are created? Shubham. Is it
One
one?
object of array.
Exactly. So here I will write it for you. You only told me one array object
Yes.
is created. It will have which slots? It will have class pointer.
Class pointer.
It will have length equal to what? 5. And
Yes.
what will be the contents of point of 0 to point of 4?
X,
They will
Y
be all.
coordinates. X and Y. X and
अरे
Y.
कैसे जाएगा? Magically थोड़ी जाएगा.
नहीं.
What is it? It's an array of references. So 5 nulls are sitting there. What is the default initialized value of a reference type, guys? Null. Don't trust me. You know, you should not trust. You should check. So 1 minute दिखाती हूँ. You have arrays.toString method to print this out. तो यहाँ पे कर लो arrays.toString. And here simply say point. This code I'm keeping under comment currently. Because you have to get convinced that whatever I'm saying is right or wrong. And just run this. So suppose I say 5. Okay.
Okay.
Are you understanding?
Yes.
So like people are telling you, like your friends are telling you, all you have created is an array object. But point 2D का object बना ही नहीं. उसका reference array में गया ही नहीं. That is what is the mistake. Okay. So what is the solution? Solution is here. You have to ask user, for loop सही है. But you have to ask the user first, enter XY coordinates.
Okay.
For the first point or whatever, XY coordinates. Okay. And then, sorry. So you can correct the spelling mistake.
Yes,
And
yes.
there on the next line, that next line you type now. Don't write get details. अभी तो details मिले ही नहीं तो कैसे get करोगे? So what is the next line? Try typing it. The next line. So user ने XY coordinate दे चुका. So what is it you'll do?
We will
Try it out.
return.
नहीं रिटर्न नहीं करना है कुछ. यहाँ पे पॉइंट का ऑब्जेक्ट बनाना है.
Okay.
So right. Create the object. Exactly, Rishikesh. So here, okay, you are doing it in 2 lines. You can do it in 1 line also. Anyway, karo.
Okay.
Whatever you feel, you do that. So here, point P1 equal to right hand side. You can do the control space. Why you want to type so much? Anyway, abhi nahi. So abhi, what will be the arguments you will give inside? X and Y
X
के
and
type
Y.
क्या है? like अरे X and Y का
हाँ,
data
int.
type क्या है? Int है. तो कौन सी स्कैनर की मेथड यूज करोगे? sc dot next int है ना? second वाली just choose the second one. Yes, comma. Okay, so put a semicolon. Now tell me, Shubham, think and tell me, ये sufficient है या insufficient है? So I'll ask you, have you created the point 2D का object now? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. But have you added that reference in that array of references yet?
No, no, no.
नहीं. तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? Next line
point-
क्या करोगे?
I say
Yes,
I-
exactly. So why waste two lines?
okay.
You choose that. You change the line 35 का LHS. वो दो लाइन में क्यों करना चाहते हो? Just do it in one line. So remove that LHS. पूरा LHS निकाल दो. P1 भी निकाल दो. और क्या असाइन करोगे LHS? उसका रेफरेंस जाना चाहिए एरे में. एरे का वेरिएबल नेम है पॉइंट, पिंट नहीं. स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक. ओके, पॉइंट सॉरी पॉइंट. एंड उसका इंडेक्स क्या होगा? I. That's it.
Okay.
And now you can uncomment and it will definitely work. Anyway, that was not the question. मैंने ऐसे बोला ही नहीं है question. So don't do things which are not asked. So इस loop में get details नहीं करने हैं. अभी switch option, switch casing करना है.
हाँ,
और
उसमें
वो
कर-
case 1 में, हाँ, case 2 में करना है. But for clarity you can check. Just uncomment that line please. And just confirm. देख लो. Save करके run कर दो. Save नहीं किया था शायद. I don't know whether you saved. हाँ, ठीक है. So null is fine, and now you enter the xy coordinate something. Why you want to give the same ones? I don't know. Anyway, and here,
Yes.
no, is it?
Yes.
And less than equal to कैसे चलेगा? This one, Shubham, less than equal to नहीं. I less than point dot length. ये अभी no do. Now give that and observe. Enjoy the exception. करो 50 100 type करो उस पे कुछ तो coordinates. Enter. अरे come on, दो ही coordinates है. Did you understand what I said? Array index क्यों आ गया? Because your index is running
Out of
out of the bounds.
boundary हो गया.
So what is the error? Error is line number 32. Less or equal नहीं चलेगा. How can you hit the point dot length? Less चाहिए उसमें.
Is less than. Okay.
So I think I have
लाइन
helped you
नंबर
enough.
31 फिर से एक्सप्लेन करो ना थोड़ा सा उसके ऊपर 30. हाँ
नहीं, I'm not going to explain. Open the Java docs and you read the description. अगर कल सुबह तक नहीं समझा तो tomorrow I'll explain it.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. I will continue. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, you please. You're most welcome. See, when I say I don't explain, I don't want to disappoint you. That's not the intention. Intention is to push you to reading the Java docs. Java docs में अच्छी तरह से दिया है. So here, guys, don't feel that I'm not trying to help you or something.
No,
that is
ma'am.
never.
I will read.
नहीं. The whole idea I should explain. So, for example, एक मिनट मैं खोलती हूँ और दिखाती हूँ. So, for example, we say dynamic initialization of array. यहाँ पे यूज किया था, हाँ, यहाँ पे है, तो सिर्फ आपको कर्सर वहां पे लेना है, and it will pop up the help which you can read immediately. Otherwise, browser में खोलो Java docs और पढ़ लो. Whichever option you like, you go for that. Ashutosh, the whole assignment is done. The array-based assignment, array of references. The whole array assignment, that third assignment is done, Ashutosh? You said done, so I'm not sure. Okay, great, very good, excellent.
मैम
So guys, हाँ बोलो.
मैम वो जो थर्ड पॉइंट है ना, यूजर से इनपुट लेना इंडेक्स का
एक
और
सेकंड
वैलिडेट
खोलती
करना.
हूँ, मैं खोलती हूँ. ये वाला ना?
हाँ
हाँ, तो पूरा मैंने लिख के दिया है. So ये पहले पढ़ो. I'm not going to give you more help. Anyway, you ask me your question. Let me see.
मैम ये जो अभी हमने ये मैंने क्या किया, अभी ये इंट में है ना, और मैं रेफरेंस से
क्या इंट में क्या है? इंट में क्या है?
इंडेक्स
हाँ, इंडेक्स इंट में है. परफेक्ट, बोलो.
और
करेक्ट.
मैं कंपेयर कर रहा हूँ रेफरेंस से, लाइक पॉइंट्स ऑफ 0 और पॉइंट्स
हाँ.
ऑफ एंड. तो वो
करेक्ट.
ये एरर दे रहा है मुझे.
कंपेयर नहीं कर रहे हो. यू आर कॉलिंग द मेथड. I have already given a lot of help. So थोड़ा सोचो. You are
पॉइंट्स
almost there.
मैम पॉइंट्स ऑफ 0 इन अ स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट.
Yes. So point.
तो
एक मिनट मुझे. No. Let me ask you a pointed question. Let me give you a clue. When you say points of start, okay. So what that will return? That
रेफरेंस.
will give you reference of which type? But point 2D का reference. और
हाँ.
point 2D क्लास में आपकी calculate distance method है ही. So वो सिर्फ कॉल कर दिया आपको.
हाँ समझा.
That's what I thought.
Thank you, ma'am.
लिखा है after validation invoke calculate distance method. थोड़ा सा
Thank
if you stretch ना 100% you'll be able to do it.
ऍक्च्युली थोडं ये
बरोबर आहे,
yes,
समजलं मला. I
yeah.
got you. I felt you. Don't worry. Okay, guys. I told you I have to leave by worst case 6:05. So I'm
Ma'am.
asking you. You are एक minute. I started talking, so please don't disturb. So here, do you want me to explain this inheritance based assignment, or are you busy in your own assignment? Either way, I'm okay with either one. If you say explain, I'll explain. Otherwise, I will not explain at all, and you can do it on your own also. It's a anyway optional assignment. So karu explain thoda, so that today we talked in inheritance. So if you try it, you'll have a better feel tomorrow when you meet me. 5 minutes I can't promise, Vinod. You don't start a timer on me, because when I start explaining, I can't do the halfway job. Okay, so that we will do. 6:05 tak I have time, so I will stage it maximum to 6:05. Okay, so now read my question. I'm not going to discuss. I'm going to get it from you. So your brains are going to work, not mine. So tell me, what is the answer? Yes or no? पहले question का answer क्या होगा? Is everyone participating? Please participate, so that those who can go ahead. Of course, yes. The moment you hear fruit, apple, orange, mango, can you say apple is a fruit, orange is a fruit, and mango is a fruit? Of course, yes. So it is a relationship. And here is my clue. I want you to exercise everywhere, not the protected access specifier, tight encapsulation, private member. So now, read this much carefully. Don't read further things. Read only this much. Finished reading? So I'm verbally solving it for you. So can anyone tell me which class will be superclass and which class will be subclass? Super and sub. Super class will be fruit, of course. And which will be the subclass, guys? Apple and other fruits will be the subclasses. Absolutely correct. You got me? Next. What will be the data members which you will declare in the fruit class? So here, color and weight. Everyone gets me? Will you add any parameterized constructor in the fruit class? Yes. How many arguments, please? 2 arguments. Everyone clear? Perfect. I'm saying my apple, orange, mango also has a color and a weight. Okay. So tell me, which data members will you add in apple, orange, and mango? No data member, because I'm happy just inheriting that color and weight. I'm not adding anything from anywhere. See guys, don't say that everything I'll give you will be exactly like what I took in the classroom. The whole idea is to change it. Okay, so no data members in the subclasses. You are absolutely right. Batao, will you add any constructor in the subclass? Will you need to add any constructor? लगेगा या नहीं लगेगा? Some of you are saying no. Go ahead and don't add, and you will have a compiler error. अगर आपने subclass में constructor नहीं डाला, तो it will Java compiler will give you default subclass constructor, और वो default superclass constructor call करेगा, और default constructor है ही नहीं. So this is the thinking I want you to develop. Don't go blindly because I said so. So you work it out. I'm sure you will realize once you start writing. ठीक है? तो कितने constructor argument होंगे for this subclass constructor? Answer is 2. And what will be the only statement in that subclass constructor? कौन सा statement होगा? Super. Super with round brackets or super dot? Super and with the round brackets. And which will be the 2 arguments you will pass to your superclass constructor? Of course, color and weight. So tell me, everyone clear so far? Okay. So this was about your data members and constructor invocation. अभी मैं बोल रही हूँ any fruit has a test. So if I say just a fruit, it is generalization to specialization. So add a test method. I have given you the clue. Public string test. ठीक है? तो fruit class में तो you can't figure out which fruit it is. So just return me a string. No specific test. But apple has a, suppose my apples have, whatever apples I have purchased are sweet and sour. Mango is suppose sweet and orange is sour. So tell me, how will you give me this? So where will you add the test method? कहाँ पे add करोगे test method? Test method has to be declared in the fruit class. Fruit class वाली क्या return करेगी? No particular test or no specific test. And do you want to inherit the behavior in these subclasses or do you want to modify the behavior? Inherit I, M for modify. And कैसे modify करते हो? Method overriding. Okay. So tomorrow we will formally start with method overriding. वो rules वगैरह सब बताऊंगी. So today just take the same method declaration and return suitably. Understood everything so far? Can you visualize what is being asked? I have not asked you anything which I have not covered. Obviously, I won't do that. Okay. But I have given you some more things. I want my fruits under the package, comma fruits, and tester अलग से लिखना है test fruits. So now you add a scanner. See, I'm going to add the array of references and all together, like in tomorrow, not today. So attach a scanner and give the user detail. So enter mango का detail. You can't say enter fruit. User will, I mean, which fruit you don't know. So यहाँ पे आप you will prompt first for apple. I mean, first, second is doesn't matter. Apple का this thing, mango and the orange details. And what are the details you are going to take? Color of the fruit and the weight of the fruit. You got me? And ये तो easy है. कैसे display करोगे इसकी test? How will you display the test of the fruit? You have a test method. SOP कर दो. But now, this is, I have not spelled out explicitly. When I say display detail, इसका color और weight display होना चाहिए. कैसे करोगे? To string. Absolutely right. So here, this means, so I'm saying how I'll upload this by overriding which method? ToString method. And display says how? By calling the overriding method by calling test method. And that test method is anyway overriding method. So this is not a exercise which will take you a lot of time, but it will make you definitely go through the concepts. So got some idea? At least got 1%, 2% idea about what I'm asking. So this is an optional assignment, guys. I don't want to pressurize you. Which is the compulsory one? Array of references we had discussed yesterday and today we revised. So this is compulsory. This is optional. Tomorrow this will become optional. Next one compulsory. I'm sorry. This one will become compulsory. Next one optional. That is how we do. So before I log off, I'll this thing, save everything and upload it on the Google Drive. Don't worry about that. Such as core Java assignment help. So any urgent questions before I log off? You got some idea, guys? Okay, so go ahead
Yes,
and
ma'am.
try it out. Yes, you have any
एक
question?
doubt. हाँ
हाँ,
मैम.
बोलो. Tell me.
शेयर करो का स्क्रीन.
Okay, I'll take this as a last question and then I will log off. So others, see you around. हाँ, कर share.
Yes, ma'am. मैम आउटपुट ये आ रहा है.
That is because no, that is not what you are supposed to write. Arrays.toString मैंने कहाँ बोला इसको try करने को?
नहीं
Okay.
नहीं मैम ऐसे प्रिंट करके देख रहा था.
Right, I know. That is because can you stretch a little bit, Omkar, and can you think कि ये क्यों आ रहा है? You can identify this output. ये क्या है आपका? ToString of object class है.
Yes.
तो ये क्यों ऐसे आ रहा है? Anyone wants to comment? It's an interesting question.
ओवरराइड
Anyone?
नहीं किया मैम.
हाँ, पॉइंट 2D में अभी तक ओवरराइड किया ही नहीं है. That is the reason. So by tomorrow you will override the toString in point 2D और ठीक से वो XY coordinate जो भी आपको दिखाना है दिखा सकते हो. So today don't go there.
Okay, okay.
Today you call in the loop that get details method और वो proper output देगा.
Okay, ठीक.
Understood what I said?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So that will be all. See you tomorrow.